Flint, the caretaker.
How am I supposed to know that?
Now that you do, take those cases into the servants' quarter. Flint, this is Letty, the new maid.
Hello.
Pleased to meet you. Things are looking up around here, eh, Claude? Where's the missus?
My wife passed on last December. Her heart gave out.
Oh, Claude. I'm gonna miss her bubble and squeak.
Flint, the guests will be arriving momentarily, and the house still isn't ready.
Go on, Clive. I've been working as fast as I can. The upstairs is done.
Watch yourself, Flint. Letty prefers the well-manicured hand.
Go on, Clive. You don't mean the master.
I'm not at liberty to say.
Clive, the cars are coming across the bridge.
It must be the guests. Letty, those nurse gunners.
How many guests there be?
6.
What are these?
The duster, that chair. You must be Miss Langdon.
Yes, that's right. Oh, what a lovely home.
I'll take it off these, please.
Oh, what a marvelous atmosphere.
Dr. Graver, how nice to see you.
It's nice to see you again, Clive. Has Lawbreaker arrived?
No, we're expecting you shortly. Dr. Graver, this is Miss Langdon.
Oh, there's another guest.
Hello, a coat.
Of course you are.
Oh, what a lovely house it is. House it is.
Yes, it is.
How are you, Clive? Doctor, what are you doing here? Is Uncle Dudley under the weather again?
No, Nigel. Just a social visit. Miss Langdon, Nigel Bergmore.
I am the black sheep nephew. Like a drink?
No. Thank
refreshing my glass again. I feel so elated.
You're stimulated by the country air. Has Lord Raper arrived? I must see the
This is the setting to become tete-a-tete. This is the setting for quite a bear, not quite a bear.
Letty!
I say, what's this?
The chamber pot's release and decoration.
Oh, Ovaltine! Lord Raker does think of everything.
Ovaltine, Ovaltine.
Ovaltine and necklaces and chamber pots and gin. When they go to bed at night, I'll have to tuck them in.
Don't pour the consomme.
She's already got one. Hey, in all them cases, she's gotten out the pain. They're five just pain.
Flint, the lights. Letty, your cat.
I brought a super sleeping monster. Magical to twilight, up tomorrow's twilight.
Get the oars and let's go rowing.
Lloyd's of London housing sure that we've been invited to a marvelous weekend in the country air. We've been invited to a marvelous weekend. Some for hunting, some for hiking, some for painting, some for biting, some for cards and domino, some for swimming, some for rowing, hunting, painting, dominoing, biking, hiking, swimming, rowing, guarantee us all a glowing weekend in the country. It's getting chilly. Perhaps we should have a bath.
A drink would warm you up.
Oh, no, thank you. And then that so well-seated rose garden by moonlight.
You'll get a complete tour of the entire grounds tomorrow, I'm sure. Ranker's retreat is Lord Ranker's pride and joy.
Yes, I can well imagine. I've never seen a house this beautiful. I find it all quite enchanting. You see, it's my very first weekend in the country.
This is my first weekend here, although it's as if I've been here many times. Lord Ranker carries photographs of the estate, just some men carry pictures of their children.
How sweet.
I myself have never understood his attachment to this old place.
I find it quite charming.
And you find his lordship charming also?
Actually, I've never met Lord Ranker.
It looks as if you never will. I find his tardiness extremely derriere.
Perhaps he intends arriving in the morning.
No. He should be down presently.
Oh, then he has arrived.
Yes, soon after I went to my room, I saw his car pull up.
Then I see no reason for dinner to be retarded.
I hope dinner is a bit late. One should never rush a good show.
Here, here.
I had no idea this was to be a party. I thought I alone was invited here this weekend.
My invitation mentioned no other guest.
Mine stated clearly that Lord Ranker wished to speak to me privately.
Really? Mine too.
Yes, well, it seems we found the most interesting topic for dinner conversation.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have some distressing news. A severe electrical storm is rapidly approaching. Should there be a power failure, candles are distributed generously throughout the house. The rising water level of the lake has made the bridge to the mainland impassable.
Dear good.
Oh my God.
The master will not be dining with you this evening. Lord Ranker is dead. Dinner is served.
Have you smelling salt?
I'm afraid he's beyond that.
The lady!
Dear God. Oh, God.
Everyone be calm. I'll take care of her.
Stand back, please.
Yes, everyone
You're not trying to tell us that it's...
I'm afraid it is.
Intentional.
But how?
An explosive. The type is yet uncertain.
A bloomin' booby trap.
Precisely.
But why fly?
Needn't have to be. Could that be any one of us? Yes, my dear, unless the device was carefully controlled.
But that would be murder!
Something's afoot, and the butler didn't do it.
The butler didn't do it.
Something's afoot, and if he didn't do it, someone else has had to do it. A storm is here. We're surrounded by a lake. Seems dreary.
The weekend is a big mistake.
Something's afoot. Something very scary. Pepsi, please, another sherry. Something is quite
Butler didn't do it. Butler didn't do it. Butler didn't do it. Butler didn't do it.
I'm not bound by superstition. I'm forced to admit that supposition without a quiz. That something is
What say a little spot of sherry? What say a little bit of song? When one has a little spot of sherry, what can possibly go wrong? In a moment of unpleasantness, we never should pursue it.
What ho! The wind!
Oh, if I'm taken by it, but you know just how to do it. So you never find me singing and you take it to it. Here's to another spot of sherry, raising our glasses in a song. When one has another spot of sherry,
nothing in the world, in the whole United Kingdom, nothing in the world could be wrong, could be
something's afoot, and the butler didn't do it. How could the butler do it? Something is quite
Don't be bound by superstition.
We're forced to admit the supposition. Without a quiz, that something is up.
Exploding stairs are rather rare, you just can't find them everywhere.
Without a quiz, that something is up.
Considering the way he died, I don't think it was a suicide.
Without a quiz, that something is up. The situation's not the best for someone who's a weekend guest. Without a quiz, that something is up.
And the butler didn't do it. Murder. A very serious business.
God, murdered, Ranker's retreat.
Perhaps two.
What do you mean?
Recall Clive's last word.
Dinner is served.
Lord Ranker's dead!
Oh, Uncle!
Stop! The stairs are now safe, Doctor. You see to Lord Ranker. I think it best we remain all together.
But what if she needs help?
She knows her business. We can better use you down here. Since we'll be spending some time here, I think it best we remove Clive.
I shan't be spending time here. I'm leaving. You can't leave. None of us can leave. I said that the bridge was impassable. Would be only the word of a dead man for that. Send someone to make certain.
We'll do that, but with order. First, we'll remove Clive. Master Nigel, please assist Flint in removing Clive to the library. Is there anything I can do to help? Keep the sherry glasses filled, my dear, and take a bit for yourself. 'Twill soothe the nerves. That's what I need, all right.
I believe I can do with something a bit stiffer.
Good idea, Colonel. You'll We'll have to leave the scouting party to survey the bridge.
What? Scouting party? By Jove, I haven't led a scouting party since I fought against the Fuzzy Wuzzy.
Yes, Colonel Gilweather.
Should I set off now?
No, wait until we know Lord Ranker's condition.
As you say. By Jove, I should have had you an ninja. Your mind and my heart, those Fuzzy Wuzzies would have been
Dead! Lord Ranker is quite dead.
But how?
His heart!
He had a bad heart.
It was a heart attack!
It was a revolver discharged at close range.
I trust you didn't touch the revolver.
Certainly not. There was no revolver to touch.
I see.
The master. Murdered. Dr. Graver. How long do you say my uncle's been dead?
It's difficult to tell. 3 hours, probably less.
3 hours? That means he was shot while we were in this house!
Oh, ridiculous!
I agree. I heard no gunshots.
It's an old house. The walls are thick.
And the revolver was muffled.
Most likely.
But who would have wanted to kill my uncle?
A murderer, good or bad, usually has a motive.
Quite true, and what would this motive be?
I've always been partial to revenge, passion, lust, and greed.
Recently on my visits to Lord Ranker, I've noticed an inexplicably tense atmosphere between him and one of his servants, Clive.
Right, Doctor. Clive was completely devoted to my uncle until...
Until Clive's wife passed away.
And now Clive was saying the missus was being worked too hard.
Then the motive was revenge.
I, for one, don't think he done it. I don't think he did it either, my dear.
And why not?
Because Clive has also been the victim of foul play.
And the monitor is probably saying miles from here by now.
Unless he found the bridge impassable.
Now only the murder is still on silent.
Or in this house.
Then I suggest we brave the storm and find out.
Just as I had planned. Colonel Gilweather.
What? Oh, yes, time for that scouting party. Let's go, men. Up and at 'em. Oh, Flint, I believe we'll need some rain here.
Aye.
Yes. Doctor, you and young Nigel over here take the road to the bridge and survey the battlements there. Flint, I say you'll be my aide-de-camp. We'll make a wide sweep of the island and rout the enemy from his entrenchment. Then we'll all reconnoiter at the iron gates. You have your orders, men. Into the fray. Don't give up the chalet.
They didn't wear rubbers. They'll muff up the coffin when they come back.
If they come back. I'm hungry.
This is cold, and what ain't cold burnt. But Letty, do you suppose we could get some biscuits with our sherry? Yes, Mom.
Well, miss.
I'm afraid to go in there.
I'll go with you.
Be careful, girls.
I'm terribly frightened.
Nonsense.
The gentleman left us completely unprotected.
We'll make do.
But I'm a mere woman.
Who? Franklin Delano Roosevelt to rule the colonies. Said there's nothing to fear but fear itself. Most our poets are
And you do nothing?
Don't cut off his circulation!
Don't be taken in by his wiles, my dear. The hardest criminal can on occasion display charm.
But Miss Tweed,
Letty, I think I hear the men's out. Don't look like a puppet!
We've covered every inch of the island.
The rising waters have washed out the bridge completely.
We found not a trace of the enemy.
The murderer seems to have vanished into thin air.
Only to reappear.
Who's this?
If my deductions are correct, this is our man.
So this is our murderer.
Murderer? Is that what? Murderer?
please don't say anything else.
But what would be his motive?
Simple. He has a letter on his chest. He is a college student. College students are notoriously impoverished. He came here hoping to steal something of value, was discovered by Lord Branca, and promptly did him in.
But what about...
Just a moment, my dear, I haven't finished. Therefore, I deduce that this young man is not only a college student and a thief, but a murderer as well. Letty, if you check his knapsack, I believe you will discover the weapon.
A shirt, pair of trousers, cucumber sandwich.
Oh, Letty.
Thank you. There's nothing else in here but...
Mustn't smudge the fingerprint.
Miss Tweed, you are remarkable.
Yes, well done.
May I speak?
Yes, it's only fair.
You may, but don't expect us to believe a word you say.
Your first deduction was correct. I am a college student, but I'm not a thief. I'm a third oarsman. My team and I were out rowing on the lake when the storm overcame us. Our tiny craft capsized. The others swam to the mainland, but I, not wanting to ruin my jersey, swam here. It was closer. My intention was to walk across the bridge, but finding it washed out, I came here seeking refuge.
A likely story. It sounds plausible.
Instead of refuge, I find myself accused of murder. A murder I didn't commit.
There have been 2 murders.
That's right. What about Clyde's murder? A happenstance thief will not have time to wire the stairs.
By Jove, she's right. Good thinking, miss.
But what about the gun? He did have a gun. And it has been fired recently.
Yes, it has.
That's our starting pistol. It only fires blanks.
Well, in that case, you won't mind my pointing it.
No, of course not.
Then why are you so nervous?
It's just that I've never had a gun pointed at me before.
And you still maintain that it's a blank pistol?
Yes, it is.
Well, in that case, you won't mind my...
I think you can untie me now.
Well, we all make mistakes.
I understand that I'm an outsider, but now that I'm on the inside, will someone please explain what's been going on?
Well, you see,
I think I'd best explain, my dear. You see, we're all weekend guests of the late Lord Ranker.
How late?
Approximately 3 hours and 30 minutes. He and his brother Clive have been murdered this evening.
Murder? Here in the house?
Yes, one upstairs, one on. And naturally, you being the only stranger in our midst, we suspected you.
Is help on the way?
How can help be on the way? The bridge is washed out.
Have you telephoned?
Telephone?
Of course.
isn't he wonderful?
Hello, operator, operator. Hello?
Dr. Craven, I said, Dr. Craven, the wire's been cut.
God, the wire's been cut. Operator, the wire's been cut.
Anyone see my garden shears?
Huh. Cut wire, missing shears.
Is this the only telephone in the house?
Oh no, there's one in every room.
Would you check them?
Alone.
I'll go with you.
Hadn't even a change. First, you're soaked to the skin.
Oh, how thoughtful of you to notice.
I hope at least one of the telephones is on service. I don't see how he's gonna have a minute on this line.
We're almost anxious to leave, Good Grace.
Dr. Graven, something has been troubling me.
What's up, my dear?
You said Lorenzo has been dead for approximately 3 hours.
That is correct.
Did it happen in his room?
I would say so, yes.
Yet the colonel saw his car pull up.
I did. No more than 2 hours ago.
That's what has been troubling me.
But I drove the master's car up.
You drove the car here?
Yes, miss.
And your missing garden shears most likely cut our only means of communication.
My shears were stolen. The rest is simple.
Nothing is simple when murder is involved. Why were you driving Lord Ranker's car?
I found him parked over by the west wing, so I drove around to the garage, that's all.
Did you see Lord Ranker?
No, I figured he'd already arrived and gone upstairs.
Perhaps. How do you explain why all the wires have been cut off?
We really are completely cut off from the outside world. All alone in this swine island.
I say, anyone else know what this game says?
Hello? Hello there? Hello? Hello? Hello there?
There was a ring, wasn't there?
I heard it too.
But that's impossible.
The other day I was reading a treatise on mass hallucination where all the people...
Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello there. Hello there. Is anyone there?
Oh, no! Gas!
Quickly, cover your face!
No need for that. The danger only lies with the person in the direct line of fire.
Letty, fetch me the doctor's bag. Are you see you know your gases, Colonel?
I should. I fought in the Great War, you know.
Kill Mama.
Is it lethal, Colonel?
Yes, I would say death would be almost...
Instantaneous.
God, the doctor, murdered too.
Is it murder this time?
It looks that way.
Another fiendishly concocted device. A timely mechanism set to simulate the ringing of a telephone bell. I thought it sounded like a telephone bell myself.
What will we do? Catastrophe. What will we do?
First, we will remove the body. Master Nigel, please help Flint remove the good doctor to the library.
On take two.
Perhaps this is not the best time to bring this up, but the minute I've been battling the elements, and I, for one, could use a bracelet of tea.
After such a harrowing experience, I believe we could all use a little tea. Letty? I told you! I'm not going in there alone. We'll be happy to accompany you once we Colonel. Lady Grace?
What? No, thank you, Miss Tweed. I have tried what you can. If you'll excuse me, I'll just go up to my room and lie down for a while.
You won't forget to bolt the door.
Forget to bolt the door. I'll bolt the door. The windows, too. If you want me, I'll be under the bed.
One would almost think they left us alone for a purpose.
Maybe so. I didn't know you better. I didn't know you at all, and yet I've never known you all my life.
Really? Me too. You're not frightened of me?
Frightened? How could I be frightened of you? There's a hint of hidden danger when you meet a dashing stranger, and I don't know
My name is Jeffrey.
Of course, Jeffrey. And I'm Hope.
Hello, Hope.
Hello, what's this?
She has a cinder in her eye.
Loyal!
This seems to be all right now.
Where are the others?
Making tea.
Shall we join them?
We were just going to the study to
look for clues.
Yes, clues.
Yes.
They won't find anything important in there.
They'll find what they're looking for.
Tea's up in the kitchen.
After you, Governor.
No, you go on ahead, Flint. I'm going upstairs to adjust my cummerbund. Something's wrong, Lady Grace!
I've just seen more rain.
Where?
Upstairs.
Well, he's dead!
Yes, I know.
Do you suppose we could have a little chat?
If you wouldn't mind, I'd rather be alone.
For this discussion, we should be alone, Lady Rencar.
What did you call me?
Lady Rencar, I'm on to you in your little game.
What do you mean?
Rumor has it, my dear lady, that you're practically penniless.
That is not true.
It is? Do you recognize your own handwriting in this letter you wrote to your ex-husband, my uncle?
Why should I write Lord Ranker?
Request a loan of several thousand?
Yes. To retain my social position, I must have financial assistance.
My dearest Dudley, you may think it strange me writing you after all these years, but you are my last hope. Since the divorce...
You needn't go on. We were married.
I never knew my uncle had been married.
It was not a union of love. Dudley was a successful barrister who needed a wife of social prominence. My days and nights were spent in loneliness. Until I met Shirley, a dashing young lieutenant. Our affair was brief, but beautiful. Dudley found us out and had Shirley sent abroad. I never even knew his last name. I was sent to the south of France until the divorce was final. I stayed on, met Lord Manly Brow, and tried to forget it. And now I'm without funds or family.
So old Dudley invited you here this weekend to give you your loan.
I had hoped.
And if he refused?
I would have been desperate.
Exactly. Desperate enough for murder.
But why?
Perhaps you did see him. Perhaps he did refuse.
That is not true.
But if it were, Lady Grace, you have a motive. A motive clearly defined in this letter.
But I did not kill him.
Whether you did or did not does not interest me. My interest lies in the vast sum of money my uncle should have left me in his will. A sum we could share if we worked together.
Why would you share it with me?
I need your help. I'll tell no one about this letter if you assist me. We must find my uncle's will. If he has made me his heir, then we have no problem. If not, we must destroy the will before anyone else sees it. I am, after all, the legal heir.
But how can I help?
I need time to search Dudley's rooms. Don't let anyone come upstairs.
How can I prevent them?
Flirt. Swoon. Use anyone with advice. But I must have time.
You startled me.
I thought you were in your room.
I couldn't sleep.
Well, I can, and by Jove, I will.
But the night's still young, Colonel.
My dear lady, the brisk track through the elements and the brace of tea have set me up for a good night sleep. Good night.
Tell me, Colonel Gilweather, how long have you been in the army?
Well, all my life. Yes, all my life.
It must be a very exciting life.
No, there's nothing quite like it. Rise at sunup, sleep at sunset. Good night.
Cigarette?
No, no, thank you.
No, I'd like a
I
cigarette.
beg your pardon. Never touch 'em. Have a Havana.
Oh. girl in every form.
No, I learned my lesson quite early in life.
An unhappy love affair?
Yes, it's very.
I completely sympathize, Colonel. I, too, had an unhappy love affair when I was young. As a matter of fact, with a dashing young lieutenant.
I was a lieutenant at the time. She was a beautiful slip of a thing. Every movement filled with grace. Yes, Grace. Grace was her name.
My Don Juan was named Shirley.
What?
I know, an odd name. Shirley.
His surname.
I never knew.
Your name.
At the time, Grace Rankin.
Grace!
Shirley?
Grace!
Shirley? Oh, it's been so long.
Oh, yes. Some 20-odd years, hasn't it?
Yes, 20 years, and here I am, and there you are.
Yes. Well, there you are. Good night.
There was a child.
A child?
Yes.
Dudley's.
Yours and mine.
Ours.
Yours and mine.
A baby.
A baby.
A baby child.
Yes, Shirley.
Yours, mine, baby, child. Oh, dear God, sit down. Can I get you anything?
Shut up! That was 21 years ago.
Brandy.
Nothing.
No, I like brandy.
Oh.
Are you sure?
Yes.
A father. I'm a father.
Yes, Shirley.
Grace, tell me, am I a boy father or a girl father?
I never knew. Dudley never allowed me to see a child.
Never.
No, never. It was part of the party. My shame would never be disclosed, and Dudley would raise our child as his heir. The education and upbringing of the child was a closely guarded secret. Oh, now Dudley is dead. Oh, surely we may never know if we are the parents of a boy or a girl.
Our child is Dudley's heir?
Yes, unless...
Unless what?
Unless Nigel finds the will. He intends destroying it if he's not the legal heir.
How do you know?
He told me. He wants me to help him. And I must.
Must?
Yes, must. And shall we tell him why, Lady Grace?
Nigel!
Would you like to know the contents of this frantic letter her ladyship wrote my uncle?
Nigel, no!
Grace, what does it say?
What about the will? Why don't you tell the colonel about the will?
Whose business is that but mine? Am I not the legal heir?
Colonel, you must come back into the kitchen. We just uncorked the most provocative bottle of Magdalene 26 I have ever come across.
Miss Tweed, you'll never guess what check we found. We were examining Clive's body and he found that.
Examining Clive's body.
Yes, I'm sorry. I probably fudged up the fingerprints.
Good work, young man. Could this be the murder weapon of Lord Franker?
Go!
There you are, Mr. Flint. Do you recognize this pistol?
I've never seen it before.
Could it have belonged to Clive?
I wouldn't know.
Or to Lord
I
Franker?
wouldn't know.
Well, we'll just put it in the desk near our other weapon, the telephone. What's this? Are these your missing garden shears?
How'd they get there?
Someone put them there. And someone possibly put this gun on Clive's body. Just as someone put gas in the telephone. But who? Now, where was I?
Who did it? Will they do it again? Who's next? Who's next? There's a culprit to uncover in his record to discover who did it.
Precisely, that's a golden clue. The telephone's ingenious, well, suspicious. The
me into the library with the others. Grace. Grace.
Oh, I see. Well then, shall we do it?
Miss Tweed, let me.
And no, thank you, Jeffrey. I need the exercise.
Well, how's back on again?
Good work, Flint.
Very good work, Flint.
Happens all the time.
Mr. Flint, I see we have electricity.
Yes, miss.
How is it repaired?
Oh, just fiddle with the generator.
Indeed, is the generator our only source of power?
Yes, miss.
I think we'd better have a look. Come along, Colonel.
I'm going with you.
Oh, Jeffrey, you're so naughty.
Alone. At last. His room, my uncle breathed his last Vincent breath. Here's the place Lady Grace shocked herself to live. Climbs on the stair, the doctor over there, and I'm the legal heir. Now, where's your lovely, lovely wit? I know what I'm looking for, and what I'm looking for has got to be here. You are what I've waited for, a palpitated for. My dream will come true. Come to me, let me know your mind. Let my love enshrine you forever. I'm the one. Tell me I'm the one. Let no other one be with you ever. I know what I'm looking for, and what I'm looking for has got to be here. Here you are, I found you at last. Now my troubled past is clearly passing. Hallelujah, now that I have you, I'll go to Peru, perhaps Mandalay. Oh my God, despair, I'll go lost in there. I'm not the legal heir, not the legal heir, not the legal heir, the legal
Miss Langdon! Miss Langdon! Not here. Probably over the disgrace we on top of his underwear. Oh, what's this? Master Nigel, you look a bit smashed. Come on, old boy. Up to bed. Oh my God! Again? What's this?
We have serious matters to contend with. Time is of the essence.
You're telling me?
Ripper! How can you do such a thing? Oh, here you are.
We've been...
He's been...
Nigel!
I've been poisoned, damn it!
Is he dead?
Struck down in the prime of life.
By a heavy metal object, I would say.
I don't feel well.
That makes two of us.
Maybe you should lie down, love. Gentlemen in the library. Colonel, can we have a minute alone?
You can have almost 2 minutes if you'd like.
Well, Colonel, what do you have to say for yourself?
I found this in my neck.
Indeed. This means you have almost 5 minutes left.
Not anymore.
Were you able to see who did it?
No, but the answer may be here.
Dudley's will.
Yes, Lord Ranker's heir is
Hope Langdon. But how?
Dudley's adopted daughter, my love child. Her mother was Grace Ranker, manly proud.
Grace Ranker, manly proud. Does Miss Langdon know about this?
No time for that question. In fact, no time at all. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I say, it must be fact.
Miss Tweed, the Colonel!
Yes.
No, but how?
Poison dust.
No!
With dignity, men. Hey, look here. Pumpkinhead, now that he don't be rash. Rash? They're dropping like flies. I'm not gonna be the next one dragged to that library. Now that
Are you all right? Oh,
All right? How can that possibly be all right? This house, these people, it's a land.
darling.
Hey, again. The chandelier.
It barely missed her.
The rope's not cut. Must have slipped.
I doubt this was an accident. That means you were supposed to be next.
Oh, Jeffrey!
It's all right. I'm here now.
Where were you 5 minutes ago?
Where were we all 5 minutes ago?
Yeah, I better get the thing out of here.
Letty, I think we'll all be wanting tea.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I guess you need it. Who's coming with me?
I'll be right back.
My dear, tea will be a few minutes. We can take advantage of this time to put a few of your things together.
But what about Jeffrey?
He'll be here in a minute.
Well, we've got the gas on.
But we need a match to light it. Where are you off to? I have a few more things to bring down.
And I'm getting ready to leave.
Letty, here's your match.
Jeffrey, I always have trouble closing my valise.
Oh, I'm a crackerjack at valises.
But what about the tea?
I'll give you any assistance you need.
I don't need any assistance you could give me. Ripper?
Maybe you do. There's a boat.
Eh?
I said, there's a boat. I don't forgot its existence, but it's sitting there ready to use. It's still capable of distance, so step right up, put on your cruising shoes. I've got a teeny little dinghy for you to see. But a teeny little dinghy big enough for only you and me.
Does it have a motor?
In a matter of speaking, yes. It's a teeny little dinghy, and it's ship-shape. Sitting there to use in our escape.
Escape, escape. Did you say escape? Hopeless, finest, disappear now. Is it time for the two of us to get out of the you know what it's out of here? Did you say escape? Yes, I said escape. Oh, you're wonderful.
I used it since last winter, but you can get started again.
Not a word to anyone else.
No, look at you, inspired with the gripper.
It's only a joke. Let's sing. No chaperone.
Hello, did you say hello?
Well, yes, Pat.
Come, let us go, let us fly, let us disappear. Now is the time for the two of us together. Even thinking you know what would happen to you. Did you say hello?
Yes, Pat.
Yes, you said hello. Hello. If you know the teeny little dinghy, you must recall that teeny yours. I'll be back in 5 minutes. You go and pack.
I'm getting out of here. I'd have swum the lake if I had to. Lunatics and lechers. That's what they all are. Why doesn't he hurry? I want to get out of here. What's this? Dear Lord Breaker, as your solicitor, I must insist that you shall pay very large sums of money and the antique 4-foot tall ming vase with the teal blue dragon and persimmon flowers.
Sweet thing.
Don't blame yourself, Jeffrey. Yes, 8 deaths have occurred this evening. 7 obviously premeditated. The 8th, Flint, was accidental. A provident twist of fate.
Then Flint was the murderer.
Precisely.
Yes, dear.
Yes, well, living here, you would know the house well better than anyone.
Have you considered his motive?
Yes, insanity.
Really?
It's the only possible solution. Pathological killers need no motivation.
I've read that too.
Listen, the rain. Stop.
Oh, we'll soon be able to leave.
Almost done. We'll wait until sunup.
Then I should finish my party.
Oh, before you do, I think you should read this. I've been waiting for the proper time to give it to her.
Lawbreaker's will? What should I read?
Turn to the 2nd page.
I think I should sit there.
Is anything the matter?
On the contrary, Miss Langdon is heir to the rank or fortune.
That's what it says, Jeffrey. Read it. But why, Miss Tweed?
You are the love child of Colonel Gilweather and Lady Munley Prout. Your birth was unfortunately illegitimate.
Doesn't that mean I'm a bad...
Yes, my dear, but a very rich one. You are Lord Ranker's adopted daughter. He preferred to remain anonymous.
You never knew.
I had an inkling.
Dudley wanted it that way.
Then that's why I was invited here this weekend. I wondered.
Yes, my dear, hope you're a very lucky girl.
Yes, Miss Tweed. And I am so lucky to have such a good friend in you.
And a masterly detective.
Tut, tut.
Tell us, Miss Tweed. However do you do it?
Books. Books about suspense, mystery, and murder.
Whatever do you mean, Miss Tweed?
I owe it all to Agatha Christie and Arthur Conan Doyle, Charlie Chan, and Mary Robert Scheinbach. Story criminology is definitely a fun option. That's the head to William Shakespeare. That was true, continue on to. I owe it all to Agatha Christie, Maggie Maximo.
Oh, Miss Tweed.
I owe a bit to Wilkie Collins and Garner Stanley Earl. I have learned detection from the masters. When a culprit's on the loose, I'm not a novice at deducing what, where, and why, and who had done it. But I must give my mentor her due. Agatha Christie, I get a bit misty, thinking what I owe you. Bluestone in the best of Will and Agatha Christie, and every detective Roger Redwood, 13 guests in Barbara with the tea, the after house, the bell, and all the other mysteries. But none of the head to William Shakespeare. There's much new in history and two. I owe it all to Agatha Christie, and we owe it all to you. Now, my heart is running madly. It beats the walk past you. Explosions short inside me. I sing, I love Agatha, Agatha, Aggie. You have the three of us to carry on. Don't be afraid when you can be courageous. Why be afraid? Our spirits are contagious. Carry, we shall carry. We owe it all to Agatha Christie and Arthur Conan Doyle. You built your parachute, Charlie Chan, and Mary Roberts right on. Taught us criminology, definitely a pilot and not at the head to William Shakespeare. That which group containing Blue or two. We owe it all to Agatha Christie, where all of this misty. Agatha position and hold it. I know, make a muscle. That's it. Now don't move. You're doing splendid. See, for the hair, bits of amber, a touch of umber. Mixing is so important, you know. You and Hope seem very close. Y'all sure you've never met before?
No, never. It's a happy coincidence our meeting like this.
It's been an evening of coincidence. For instance, Hope's real parents being here and your unexpected arrival. Coincidence. Like your suggestion that we try the telephone. You found the gun on Clive's body and you accidentally left the gas on.
Yes, I do feel awful about that. But we've got our murder.
No, we didn't, Jeffrey. It wasn't Flint.
But there are only 3 of us left. You're not suspecting me.
Muscles up. No, not you, Jeffrey. I was talking about coincidence. You were the uninvited guest, whereas I have been planning this weekend for weeks and weeks.
You've been... Perhaps I should see what's keeping Hope.
Don't move. Hope is quite safe. She has nothing to worry about. Of course, Jeffrey, I've deduced it. I know who the murderer is.
Really? Who?
It's all quite simple. I should have known it all along. All it required is putting this and that together. Now I've got the answer, Jeffrey. The murderer is...
Who, Miss Tweed? Who? Oh my God! Oh! Oh! Oh no.
It was you all the time.
What?
You are the one. You are the murderer.
Darling, let me explain.
Flynn, I just saw you with my own 2 eyes.
Hope you're making a mistake.
I suppose unless...
Hope, stop it.
No, you... Get away from me.
Hope.
The chandelier, of course. You already tried it once, haven't you?
No.
This time it won't be so easy.
Hope you're mad.
I mean it, Jeffrey.
You're crazy.
It's very easy to kill, Jeffrey.
Then you must be the murderer.
Don't try to confuse me.
Hope, how could you?
I don't want to hear anymore.
But Hope, I love you.
Jeffrey, stop it. Jeffrey, look, a note.
What does it say?
Turn on the
Radio.
Invitation to the others. My dearest Hope, this is your foster father, Dudley Ranker, speaking. Welcome to Ranker's Retreat. Yes, my dear, I am the culprit.
But why?
I shall explain. You are now of legal age and can inherit my estate without the hindrance of parents or guardian interfering in your future happiness. Better you remain an orphan. The colonel and manly crowd have been disposed of, and I, being an old hand at the bar, have tried and convicted myself,
He took his own life.
and have taken my own life.
But what about the others?
There were 3 others who knew of your illegitimacy. Clive, Dr. Graven, who delivered you, and Miss Tweed. Tweed, that old ninny, was your nanny.
No!
For the first 6 months of your life. Being a sleuth, when she learned of your true identity, no doubt she would have come to all the proper or improper conclusions. Nigel would have contested the will. Letty was blackmailing me for personal reasons. And Flint was a good one. That is the why. Would you like to know how?
Yes.
Here is how I did it. I had an accomplice, the victim himself. For example, Clive had a penchant for punctuality. Dinner was always announced from the stair at precisely 7:15. The explosion was triggered for
7:15.
precisely. Nigel and Letty had one thing in common: greed. Greed led Nigel to the will and Letty to the vase. I must tell you about the vase.
Jeffrey, turn down the sound. He did it all for me.
He had planned everything, except of course to my being here.
Oh, Jeffrey.
To us.
Listen, Jeffrey. It's morning. Oh, Jeffrey, it's a new day. Here is the new day you've waited for. It's a new day, yours and mine.
We'll start a new life on this new day, and a new sun will shine. Hand in hand, we will greet the world as we sing along our way. Raise up your voices and join our song.
It's a new day.
Here is the new day we've waited for. It's a new day, yours and mine. We'll start a new life on this new day, and a new sun will shine. Hand in hand, we will greet the world as we sing along our way. Raise up your voices and join our song. It's a new
And knowing that old Flint habitually takes nips of the wine from the crystal decanter, I have liberally laced it with arsenic. And so, my dear Hope, my deeds are done. The world is yours. It's a new day.